Based on some researches I did, I got some very immediate and front-hand information about whenever there's a very immediate, urgent accident or any attempt of sexual harassment. The very first thing those victims used to do was to control the situation for the interest of the very opposite, the attacker. If you go altogether against the wish and demand of the attacker, the sexual harassment attacker, the victim will go a bit more vulnerable and more severe, damaging situation. Rather, you have to calm down the situation. Usually, we could talk it very psychologically. The blood pressure should go a little bit down. Then, by that very exact moment, you can decide. You can use any tool around yourself. However, this may not be the exact situation for every single person who is a victim of sexual harassment, but as one point of view, yes, you can apply this one. For example, here I show the available tool which was previously shown as a torture, as a tool for the risk and in escalating the risk and endangering the life of girl, which was a poisonous knife. Again, the girl thinks about the poisonous knife to access it, to handle it, and use that against the bad guy. And here we had lots of problems, the timing and the light, electricity, the some of other resources. Here we disclose one point of the drama, that it was a misunderstanding, it was a misinterpretation of the culture. Any girl from the West is, with a very open mind, they could go with any act of your choice, or they could respond to your demand, even if it's a sexual demand. So here we disclose that one point of drama. I had already designed a complete sequence of the action, which I was about to direct that, and we had the plan to shoot that one sequence of the action, and between these two characters, Jaylon and Sarah, to defend against this sexual harassment and sexual attack. But for those reasons, we could not apply that, so I just simply went for hitting Jaylon's head at the wall, and only just as a threat, matter of threat, show the knife, the poisonous knife, to him to just stop the level of violence or sexual attempt or harassment, to stop that, not to go to another deeper level of the very severe violence. Here we show the innocence of the girl, Sarah, as she is in the field of education, development, and design of the programs and applying of those programs. She's not into this violence. She did not have that in mind, how to deal with violence, harassment, and very immediate sudden shock. So she's a little bit shocked with the situation. She cannot keep the knife in hand, and now she is to confirm if Jaylon went away completely out of the door, and situation is calm and under control. But however, she is still under shock. And here we have the supporting characters. Those are questioning themselves. Why did we leave the area? Why we came out of the room? Because we didn't have any trust on Jalan. That was a meeting, but I mean, this is how we show sometimes um, unexpectedly, unplanned, we make very huge mistakes. It seems very simple, but it has very deep down root to very major conflicts. Um, so that's the reason I showed this scene, this very little scene of leaving these boys um, the room and the office and going away from the girl and going and leave them alone and with a person in a situation that she cannot even know how to handle that. That's a very one type of the problems and a scene that shows how we can make mistakes. Back here, an internal scene, we have a thrilling scene of the girl. She is under panic, and now, moment by moment, she feels the reality of what she went through. Because in that very exact situation of the attack or the accident of anyone, you will not feel it very deep down there. We are very exact. But later on, you think over and over, and everything is coming as a preview, as a replay into your mind, and you feel how disaster that was, what you really just went through. So she goes through a very, very mental torture. It's a very sensation of what went wrong? What was the causes? Was that her clothes, the way of her outfits, the culture she brought from the West here, her misunderstanding of the situation, her acts, and her maybe her behavior was one of the causes. She behaved and she treated everyone very openly without knowing their mindset, without reading their cultural differences. That was one of the mistakes. After she got a little bit control of the situation, she calls the boys to come into the office. And however, she is still in mental trauma and she is suffering what she went through. And that is like coming every now and then into the mind. That's a review. As a replay of the film, that is coming every now and then into her mind. And she is struggling to get out of that memory. By the end of this scene, we bring a hope that is a call from her fiance for the approval of the budget again. So they have one other financial resource flowing into the project. The project's again on the run, and she's trying to forget everything what she went through. However, she's standing as a hero and handling everything by herself. She's not trusting anymore anyone, but trying to make a team and having control of situation with her own hands. And she's trying to stand by her own vision and belief, not blaming anyone. Without taking any further disasters problem. On the background, we can see the boy who invited Jilan. He is completely under panic. He is in trouble and he's thinking what just happened in between because his mind is not clear. His mind is still in trouble. The reason is in his mind, he has invited the problem. He has called the problem to come in. That's why still we have the drama between those two minds. The clear mind of Sarah that's going up and up, and the very unclear and doubtful mind of the boy, the supporting actor, who just invited the trouble. This was her mistake. This was her way of treating others with very open behavior to everyone. Now she is standing by her own decision, standing for her own words, and she has the final decision to run the project with this team without complaining. We complete the scene here, and let's meet at the final episode of the commentary on the film. Thank you.